আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আজকে আমরা কিছু ইনিশিয়াল ওয়ার্ডের ফুল মিনিং নিয়ে হাজির হয়েছি। যেই ফুল মিনিংগুলো না জানলে আপনার ট্রান্সফরমার এবং সুইচ গিয়ার দ্যাট মিনস সাবস্টেশন সম্পর্কে বুঝতে অসুবিধা হতে পারে। সুতরাং এই ফুল মিনিংসগুলো চলুন জেনে নেওয়া যাক। ফুল মিনিংস Full meanings MC that means magnetic conductor. MC that means magnetic conductor. NO that means normally open. NO that means normally open. NC that means normally close. NC that means normally close. AVR that means automatic voltage regulator. AVR that means automatic voltage regulator. VFD that means variable frequency drive. VFD that means variable frequency drive. MCB that means miniature circuit breaker. MCB that means miniature circuit breaker. MCCB that means molded case circuit breaker. MCCB that means molded case circuit breaker. HT that means high tension. HT that means high tension transformer HT side. HT that means high tension transformer HT side. LT that means low tension. LT that means low tension transformer LT side. ATS that means automatic transfer switch. ATS that means automatic transfer switch. Full meanings. DB that means distribution board. DB that means distribution board. SDB that means sub distribution board. SDB that means sub distribution board. BCB that means vacuum circuit breaker. BCB that means vacuum circuit breaker. ACB that means air circuit breaker. ACB that means air circuit breaker. VBT that means busbar trunking system. VBT that means busbar trunking system. MPCB that means motor protection circuit breaker. MPCB that means motor protection circuit breaker. DOF that means dropout fuse. DOF that means dropout fuse. PFI that means power factor improvement. PFI that means power factor improvement. HRC fuse that means high rupturing capacity fuse. HRC fuse that means high rupturing capacity fuse. L1, L2, L3 that means supply coil in three-phase system. L1, L2, L3 that means supply coil in three-phase system. Full meanings. RST that means input terminal of supply coil. RST that means input terminal of supply coil. UVW, that means output terminal of supply coil. UVW, that means output terminal of supply coil. LBS, that means load break switch. LBS, that means load break switch. ELCB, that means earth leakage circuit breaker. that means earth leakage circuit breaker. RCCB, that means residual current circuit breaker. RCCB, that means residual current circuit breaker. OCB, that means oil circuit breaker. OCB, that means oil circuit breaker. PLC, that means programmable logic controller. that means programmable logic controller. DCS, that means distributed control system. DCS, that means distributed control system. SCADA, that means supervisory control and data acquisition system. SCADA, that means supervisory control and data acquisition system. HMI, that means human machine interface. আমরা আরো ফুল মিনিংস জানবো। ফুল মিনিংস OLR, that means overload relay. that means overload relay. ABS, that means air brake switch. that means air brake switch. SF6, that means sulfur hexafluoride circuit breaker. ACDB, that means alternating current distribution board. that means alternating current distribution board. DCDB, that means direct current distribution board. that means direct current distribution board. PDB, that means power distribution board. that means power distribution board. PCC, that means power control center. that means power control center. MCC, that means motor control center. that means motor control center. MCP, that means motor control panel. that means motor control panel. VBF, that means variable voltage variable frequency drive. VBF, that means variable voltage variable frequency drive. Full meanings: BSD, that means variable speed drive. BSD, that means variable speed drive. DOL, that means direct online. DOL, that means direct online. RDOL, that means reverse duty online. that means reverse duty online. MLDB, that means main lighting distribution board. MLDB, that means main lighting distribution board. SLDB, SLDB, that means secondary lighting distribution board. SLDB, that means secondary lighting distribution board. EMLDB, EMLDB, that means emergency lighting distribution board. EMLDB, that means emergency lighting distribution board. CPSS, CPSS, that means construction power substation. CPSS, that means construction power substation. DPSS, DPSS, that means distribution power substation. DPSS, that means distribution power substation. RCC, RCC, that means remote control cables. RCC, that means remote control cable. EMPR, EMPR, that means electronic motor protection relay. EMPR, that means electronic motor protection relay. Full meanings: RCCB, RCCB, that means residual current circuit breaker. RCCB, that means residual current circuit breaker. RCBO, RCBO, that means residual current circuit breaker with overcurrent protection. RCBO, that means residual current circuit breaker with overcurrent protection. OLTC, OLTC, that means on load tape changer. OLTC, OLTC, that means on load tape changer. FCMA, FCMA, that means flux compensated magnetic amplifier. Flux compensated magnetic amplifier. UPS, UPS, that means uninterrupted power supply. UPS, uninterrupted power supply. SMF battery, SMF battery, that means select maintenance free battery. Select maintenance free battery. JB, JB, that means junction box. JB, that means junction box. PB, that means push box. PB, that means push box. TB, that means terminal box. TB, that means terminal box. LCB, that means local control board. LCB, that means local control board. LCS, that means local control station. LCS, that means local control station. SPNDB, that means short circuit protection neutral distribution board. SPNDB, that means short circuit protection neutral distribution board. TPNDB, that means TPNDB, that means three phase and neutral distribution board. Three phase and neutral distribution board. CT, that means current transformer. PT, that means potential transformer. PT, that means potential transformer. SCIM, that means squirrel cage induction motor. SCIM, that means squirrel cage induction motor. ACBS. ACBS, that means air conditioning and ventilation system. ACBS. ACBS, that means air conditioning and ventilation system. ACBS. ACBS, that means air conditioning and ventilation system. FDA. FDA, that means fire detection and alarm. FDA, that means fire detection and alarm. FDA, that means fire detection and alarm. PCS, that means full court switch. PCS, that means full court switch. PCS, that means full court switch. ZSS, that means zero speed switch. ZSS, that means zero speed switch. BSS, that means belt SOS switch. BSS, that means belt SOS switch. Diploma, that means development, improvement, preparation, leadership, organization for management achievement. Diploma, that means development, improvement, preparation, leadership, organization for management system. থ্যাংক ইউ। আমাদের এই ভিডিওটি আপনাদের যদি উপকারে এসে থাকে তাহলে এই চ্যানেলটি অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব, লাইক, কমেন্ট, শেয়ার করতে ভুলবেন না। সবাইকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। থ্যাংক ইউ টু অল।